I'm Val Nice-Orza, President of the Norwood City Schools Board of Education. Thank you for watching and taking the time to educate yourself about the candidates and the issues making this election important. I would like to share with you my qualifications to remain on the Board of Education, as well as the work that I have done so far in my term, in hopes that you will vote for me to continue to work on behalf of our students. I have many qualifications that are beneficial to serving on the Norwood City Schools Board of Education. I'm a Norwood alumni, having spent all but my senior year in Norwood schools. And I've always felt that I was given a solid educational foundation in Norwood. I was challenged and given opportunities to grow and succeed. I understand that for many community members, including my own family, the love and honor we have for our schools is generations deep. My own family is now part of this legacy. My son attends Norwood Middle School, and my daughter is a student at Norwood View. And my husband is a teacher in the district as well. Professionally, I'm a teacher. I teach in Norwood at a private school at Immaculate Conception Academy, grades 5 through 8, where I also serve as the grammar school prefect. In this role, I oversee teachers, students, as well as the curriculum for the lower grades in elementary. In 2016, I was appointed to the board after a seat had been vacated. Within 6 months, I was elected by my fellow board members as vice president. And in this spring, I received their vote of confidence again as I sought the presidency. As the president, I work very closely with the superintendent, the treasurer, and the administrative team, as well as the other board members. In my time as a board member, I have been a part of the Policy Review Committee along with Brandon Atwood, the admin team, and a representative from Ohio School Board Association. We revisited the language of several policies and made substantive changes to meet the regulations set forth by the state, recommendations of the OSBA, and the needs of our district. I was also a part of the Montessori Exploratory Committee with Amber Ballard, our admin team, and select teachers. I've headed up the Legislative Committee, providing monthly reports on decisions made at the state level that impact us locally in our schools. And I currently offer the Education Committee report at our meetings, as well as the Avenues for Success report. I have been the board liaison to Norwood High School and am the current board liaison for Sharpsburg. This was an initiative set forth by the board in order that we could form a relationship with the school administrators and the board to foster good communication. This past spring, we had 2 seats vacated by long-standing board members. As president of the board, I encourage the members to look at this as an opportunity to grow, not only for the board, but for the district as well. After many interviews, the board collectively chose 2 fantastic women who are dedicated to our schools, Debbie Cole and Sally Raber. The appointment of 2 new members provided an opportunity to reflect as a board. At this time, our entire board attended a retreat in our board office that was ran by Hamilton County Educational Services. We really focused on our intentions for the district and received training in the areas of board member roles and responsibilities. As board president, it was really important for me that we take a newly established group and became a cohesive unit rather quickly. We learned that the varying strengths we have as individuals contribute to the overall good of the board, but our true strength comes in having a shared vision. That vision is that we offer the very best education for our students that we can. We want schools that support the needs of all of our learners, and we want schools that offer them opportunity to grow their talents and their education. This year, we have overseen the construction at both the middle school and Sharpsburg Primary. This process is not without bumps in the road, but I am happy to report that at this time, construction at the middle school is complete and the work at the Sharpsburg Primary building is on time. Other important this year for the Board of Education, other important work is negotiations with the teachers union, the approval of individual laptops for our middle school and high school students, the approval of our new STEM program and dedicated STEM teacher at our elementary schools, as well as conducting reviews of the superintendent and the treasurer. As a board, we have celebrated the success of our very own Mrs. Kubesh. We have in our district the Ohio Teacher of the Year working at the Norwood Middle School. In this celebration, we welcomed several dignitaries to our school as we acknowledged her great efforts on the part of the children of Norwood. Perhaps the most challenging work this year has been within the past month. When Dr. Sabo became very ill, it became apparent to me that we needed to act quickly to obtain an interim superintendent to fill in her absence, not knowing at that time that we would be saying our goodbyes so quickly. Kathy was a remarkable woman who was so very dedicated to the children of Norwood, and in her spirit and with the idea that we needed to push forward and continue to make the best decisions for our district, we sought out and appointed Mary Ronan, former superintendent of Cincinnati Public Schools. I know we're very fortunate to have such an experienced leader on our team. And although this time is certainly emotional and very difficult, we are working together for the good of our students and their families, and will continue to do so. We have faced a lot of change in our district in a short amount of time. All of this in addition to our regular work of board meetings, communicating with the admin team, talking to parents, and attending events for students. The work of the board is cumbersome. It is important to choose candidates that are a good fit. While many people know the work of the Board of Education is important, they may not know exactly what we do. The Ohio School Board Association offers the following suggestions for what makes a good school board member. A good member knows that he or she can legally act as a board member only when the Board of Education is in session. No one person, unless authorized, should speak on behalf of the board. A good board member avoids administrative decisions or attempts to second-guess the administration. The superintendent is the chief administrator, and the board has no administrative function. A good school board member is well acquainted with school policies and should vote at all times in the best interest of the children of the school district. A good member is flexible and realizes that there are times when changes must be made, when tradition cannot be honored, and when pressure must be ignored. He or she remembers that board business often requires confidentiality, especially in processes involving students, personnel, land acquisitions, negotiations, and security. A good member is interested in obtaining facts, but also remembers that the administration has responsibility for operating the schools, rather than spending all its time reporting to an individual board member. A good board member is a good listener at board meetings, on the street corner, in the community, or anywhere else approached, but never commits himself or herself, the board, or the administration. A good member knows that the reputation of the entire district is reflected in his or her behavior and attitude. A good board member is able to support a decision when it is made. Norwood, I do hope that you think that I fit all of these recommendations. I hope that you see that I have the qualifications for the office that I seek. And I hope that you have seen evidence of my dedication to our schools in each decision I have made as a board member. Thank you.